And hi, this is Scott Jordan, and you are at Cellars Sonoma online for our First Sips Wine Club. I'm going to tell you today a little bit about our wine club, how it works, what you can expect, and the type of wines that you can find on this amazing club. One of the things that you have to really understand is for the last 10 years, have sought after these very small production, ultra premium wineries that you've never heard of, wineries most likely you wouldn't know them at all. You'd never find them. They're so small, they don't even have distribution for the most part. If you saw it in a restaurant, that means they got in the car and drove there and said, here, buy this. So I go after those real rare wines, unlike anybody else that does this in the country. They say that they get small production wines. A small winery, if you just break it down, is typically somewhere between 12 and maybe 15,000 cases. These guys are making maybe 300 cases for all the wine that they make. So they're really small. Some of them actually only make 2 barrels. I mean, that's enough. You can put that in your garage. And so the bottom line is I go after these amazing wines. And what we do is we get samples of each of their wines. And then what we do is we have a panel tasting. A few family members, some consumers. And we really do it blind. We don't look at price point. We don't look at much of anything. But here's what we have to do, and we have to agree as a group. We have to like everything they make. That's right, everything they make. If they made 2 or 3 really nice wines and then a couple of duds, that's going to infect that other wine at some point, and we just won't do it. We won't bring them in. They've got to be rock stars. They have to have amazing access to fantastic fruit. We've concentrated mostly Sonoma, Napa. I know there's other regions, Paso Robles and others that you can look at, and maybe down the road. But for the last 10 years, I've been accumulating these really cool wines. And so I want to share that with you on the current shipment. We put together a newsletter, and I send the newsletter out to all of my members, and it just tells what's going on in the valley. It tells a little bit about the 4 wines that I've selected. Now, we give you all the choice that you want. If you want me to pick, just pick the ones that I've laid out. If not, there's a reorder sheet on the backside, and that's where you can reorder or change the order or add to the order. If you live east of Colorado, you want to think in 6s and 12. And the reason for that is if you make a case buy, your price per bottle is reduced in shipping costs by about 30%. So it makes sense to add to the order, and you'll have a fantastic experience. And then you won't have a box when you ordered only 8 and you got 4 holes in it. That's not going to work. So always think 6s and 12s. That's your best savings on shipping. Once we send the email, the ball's in your court. If you want it all to be Chardonnay, then make it all Chardonnay. If you want it all to be big, bold red cabs, then we've got a huge list, and we've tasted every one of these wines and know exactly where they're going. And so you can follow my lead, or you can do your own thing. I set it up where I pick 4 wines. I treat it like a dinner. If I'm going to have a nice, coursed dinner, these 4 wines would be very nice to have in the order that I've set up. Light to heavy is typically what you would do. So the options are clearly yours. You get 20% off on most of the wines, 25% on any reorders. So always think add to the order. The other thing you have to do in this club that you don't do in other clubs, you can age these wines, 7, 10, 15 years or more down the road. But here's the problem. They don't make a lot of these wines. They make small quantities. So when you get a shipment, taste the wine. Because if you want to reorder, you got to do it right away. If you hang on to that and open that bottle 6 months from now, that's not going to do you anything. It's not going to do anything for you. So because it'll be sold out. And they'll definitely why is the connection unsustainable? Oh, there we go. So that can be a problem. You just don't want to miss out. You don't want to be outside looking in. So today I'm going to taste the wines in the shipment and show you what we have for the March Madness, which obviously is not happening. We'll talk a little bit about the coronavirus that's going on, man. That our world is changing, but wine is something that we can get to you to help you get through those problems. I'm going to taste each of the 4 wines that are in the shipment with you today. One of the first wines is Mangler Family Wines. Chris Mangler is very passionate about what he has produced. This wine aged 20 months in 30% new American oak. Now, don't be afraid of this. If you notice there, that's a screw cap. Don't let that bother you. Here's the deal. This is Sangiovese. You're not aging that years or 15 years or not even 10. You're aging that, maybe 5 years or so. If you're not aging it for a great length of time, a screw cap is the best way to go, because with the screw cap means it's not corked. That means there's no cork taint. You're not going to open the bottle and be disappointed. It's going to be fresh and wonderful. And then if you're like me and you're out by the pool, I never have an opener. So I like the screw cap. I don't have a problem with it. And this is beautiful Sangiovese. Again, 20 months in American oak. About a third of it is new oak. Beautiful color. Look at the color of that wine. That's fantastic. And 2016. Beautiful. I put it at the beginning of the meal. It's a little lighter wine, so you want to put it early in the meal. With your appetizers, that's going to go really, really well. Yeah, this is doing fantastic. And here's another thing. Let me read this. This thing got a double gold in the 2019 San Francisco Chronicle wine competition, and that is a international competition. So for a small producer, he made 108 cases. If you don't reorder, you're not going to get any. There's not going to be nothing left. So 108 cases. It also got best of class in Sonoma County. Nice recognition. For those that don't know, just a little trivia stuff. When you have a double gold, that means that each of the judges gave it a gold. Can't go wrong with that. So this got great reviews. And then best of class means for that price point of that varietal, that's the very best wine. That's not bad, guys. I mean, that's awesome. And you really want that. And that's what we look for. A lot of these guys don't go into competition because they don't make a lot of wine. And that's okay. But when you get some recognition like that, they know that they got something going on. So Sangiovese, beautiful. Next, Super Sonoman. He has 2 labels, Super Sonoman and Taddy Wines. Taddy's his last name, Chris Taddy. He's the winemaker. He makes big, huge wines. This is a 2000 2015 Merlot. Look where it's from. Bennett Valley, baby. Right? I live in Bennett Valley. A beautiful area and a wonderful spot to grow Merlot. And again, in spite of that stupid movie, we love Merlot. Um, this wine here, he made 100 cases. 100 cases. If you don't reorder that, you're crazy. You're going to miss out. And on that other wine, by the way, the retail price was 48. The reorder price is 36 for the club. Kind of like that. This is 55 with a reorder price of 41.25. So it makes sense to reorder the wine. This wine aged for 18 months in brand new French oak. Brand new French oak. So this is going to be a little bigger body. It's Bennett Valley, which is really warm in the summertime. Beautiful, beautiful location. The nights are cool because the fog comes in. Drops the temperatures down by 20, 30 degrees. It really does. But Merlot does really well in this environment. You gotta love Merlot. This is soft, very soft finish. That's what you find with the wines from Bennett Valley. These very soft finishes. I look for that, and it's not a big area. The AVA. It's not really big, but it's luscious and hilly. There's lots of hills, so you have great exposure. And for your Bordeaux grapes like Merlot, you want that additional exposure. So, two fantastic wines to start out with, and then we've got Goldschmidt Vineyards. Now, you might know Nick Goldschmidt. Nick Goldschmidt is a world-renowned winemaker, and what he did was, and here's the label. This is their Grace Point Zinfandel, 2014. Retail on that is $50. You get it for $37.50 on reorders. This is a pretty small production. About I want to say that there were 50 cases or something. It's like really small, tiny, and just beautiful, beautiful Zinfandel from Alexander Valley. So one of the premier locations in all of Sonoma County is Alexander Valley. Alexander Valley, the temperatures will get into the high 90s and even, around 100. The fog will come in, but it comes in late. And so it burns off early in the morning. So the upper layers stay very warm. The lower layers also stay very warm. So Zinfandel, Bordeaux grapes, they do fantastic in that environment. So this is a beautiful, beautiful Zinfandel. You got dark cherries here, black peppers. Dark chocolate in the mid palate. This is luscious. And again, we started out with Sangiovese, then we went to the Merlot, then we went to the Zinfandel because it's a little bigger wine than even the Merlot. And look at the color of that. Good night, that's good. Gotta love that. But you got to order it right away or it's gone. 50 cases is nothing. That's tiny, tiny. And then Estate 1856. They own all of their own vineyards. They sell the bulk of their wine to other wineries, all Dry Creek locations. If you've ever been out to Dry Creek past uh, Truett-Hurst, just a few, maybe a block, and that's where their vineyards are, and that is a premier location. The bottom line, it starts in the vineyard, right? I mean, there's no magic here. These guys make great wine because they start out with amazing fruit. This is their barrel reserve 2015. Um, this wine aged for 20 months in French oak. About a third of that's new oak. And what they do is they go through their cellar and they pick out the two very best barrels, and that's their reserve wine. You gotta love it. And oh, look at the dark color. You want to lay something down, you could lay this down for 10, 15 years easy. Now, you're not going to do that in my house because my kids know where I keep my wine. So, but the reality is, yeah, if you want to put some wine down, this one you could definitely put this down. Dark, beautiful color. This is it's 98% Cabernet Sauvignon, 2% Petit Verdot. And again, they made 55 cases. That's 2 barrels, guys. That's two barrels. So reorders are really crucial. Taste the wine. If you love it and you really love the whole thing, then for heaven's sakes, go ahead and reorder because that's gonna be your best opportunity to have this wine, long term. When they're gone, they're gone. And again, in our wine club, when we send out the order sheet, we send the reorder. I've got lots of other wines. We can load that up in any direction that you want. I make a sparkling rosé made from Pinot Noir. That's fantastic. And you have access to that as well. But just about any varietal you can think of, we've got it in here. And the other part is, since I closed the tasting room, our tasting room was open for 10 years, and I closed it last year. I'm semi-retired. I watch my grandson 2 days a week, and I travel with my wife when she has to go out of town for her business, and she's in the wine business as well. And so this is my semi-retirement, but I kept the club, and so that was something that I knew I could do from home. And our customers love that. I've got customers that have been with us since we opened in 2009. And that tells you that they're getting the quality. They don't just like me. I mean, they like me, but they don't just like me. The reality is they love what I'm sending them. It's amazing. And I've been hitting home runs for years, and people like it. But now I have more time to go out and seek out these really small producers, and they're hammering me. I get requests to taste wine all the time. And so now I'm busier than when I was open as a retail store because I'm going out and tasting their wine, but I'm finding some amazing stuff. So I've got some stuff down the pipe that is going to be absolutely fabulous. And this is true ultra premium small production wine. Average price somewhere in the 35 to 100. Shipments on 4 bottles, we try to keep it around 125 to 180. So it's not, you're not selling your house to join the club, but you're getting ultra premium wines that you can't find because you're just not here. I'm here, and I live right in Sonoma County. And between what I know from where my wife works to what I've learned over the last 10 years, Yeah, I can find some great wine. And if you look at the map right here, these are all of the members that we have throughout the U.S. So we can take you and bring you on board. It's really simple. It's 4 bottles, 4 times a year. You get 20% off on the wines that we send you. And then if you reorder anything, we give you another 5% off. So you get 25% off. And it's ultra premium wines. They're fabulous. And for the local people, we've got a winery that is Super Sonoma and Today Wines, and he's got a new tasting room in Windsor. You can taste over there occasionally. So take advantage of us. We're here, and this is how you discover wine one sip at a time. Now, it would not be good if I didn't say something about this coronavirus. I wanted to put this video up way before any of this stuff happened, and all this stuff is going on. And here's what I know. It's really serious. It's something you really need to take care of. Do all the things that they're telling you to do. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Keep a distance from the people that maybe that you really love, but stay away. Don't go to the bars and to the restaurants. Maybe go get the to-go stuff. You gotta really hunker down and actually do that. But what better way to hunker down than with some amazing wines? And we can get wine to you, at least right now. They're still letting us ship. So we can get the wine to you, and we'll get past all this. And we'll get back into doing what we really love. And that means coming back to wine country. Don't write us off. Please. If you love wine and you love coming to wine country, don't let us get lost in this shuffle here. We're going to be fine. We're going to be up and running quickly, very quickly, very quickly. The economy is going to come back. The market's going to come back. All those fundamentals, they're in play. Get through this virus. We'll get the cure for it. We'll get the things that we need to do to take care of that. We'll get past this, and we'll be stronger than we were, 2 weeks ago. So do what the professionals are telling you, and we're all, I'm in Santa Rosa, California, so we're in the lockdown as well. So I'll put up another video as I get inspired. But the bottom line is, please do what the professionals are telling you to do. Don't hoard. I don't know why you bought all this toilet paper. I can't believe that. Anyway, don't do that. Enjoy the fruit and the beautiful wines that we have. We'll be happy to get it to you, and we'll get through this and make your plans like normal to come visit us. Once this thing is done, we're gonna be rocking and rolling again. I really believe that. So that's my pitch. And thanks for tuning in. And thanks for those of you that know me. I did live broadcasting for 8 years straight, every Tuesday. So I wanted to put this up so my wine club members could see a little preview. Your wine is in the queue. I've got it with the shipper. If they get it out of here, you're going to get it really soon. So just hang in there. If not, it'll get out, within the next 2 weeks. But I'm anticipating they're actually going to get it out of here this week, and so that's coming, and that'll be a nice welcome knock on the door for sure. So this is where you explore and find great wines. The website is being worked on. I'm making some changes, but I wanted to put this up so that all you could see what's going on. And this is where you discover wine one sip at a time here at Cellars of Sonoma. Join the First Sips Club. We'll take very good care of you. If you have questions, you can always call us 707-578-1826, 707-578-1826. All right. This is a new medium, me putting this up, that I did this through YouTube. So if it's goofy, I don't know what I can say. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Bye for now. We'll be back. Be good.